guys, Astrocass here, just back with a quick astrology update for you for the transits for December. There's a lot going on with this, so I'm really excited to give you guys a little bit of guidance. So without further ado, let's jump into it. This one is for my Aquarius risings. So Aquarius, your sun starts off transiting your Sagittarius 11th house. So this means you're really just shining. People are taking notice of you in regards to your friendships, social networks, the groups you're a part of, community. So you're really getting noticed for what you're doing in those areas. That will bring you a sense of confidence and motivation as well. On the 22nd, the sun then starts to transit your Capricorn 12th house. So this is when you might be preferring to isolate, withdraw a little bit more, recharge your batteries. You might be working behind the scenes. So things that you are doing, you might not be getting noticed for because it's more behind the scenes. You might be feeling some transits with your mental health with this one, or spirituality. There can be an increase in spiritual gifts when you spend some time alone, whether that's meditating, doing a spiritual retreat, or just, spending more quality time alone. The 12th house is usually the house of transcendence and also, being, homebound or in a hospital or in prison. Those sorts of things. It can be mental health, but it can also be traveling abroad too, or moving abroad. So keep all those things in mind with that transit as well. So Mercury, the planet of communication, news, learning, that starts off transiting your Sagittarius 11th house. So you're really communicating a lot with your friends. You might be getting some news from your friends or about your friends. You'll just be feeling more social, going out, talking and communicating a lot more with the groups you're a part of and your friendships. So it's a fantastic transit to be really social with that one. Coming into Christmas season, that doesn't surprise me that people might be getting out and being a little bit more social, especially in Australia where it is now summertime almost. So on the 14th, that Mercury will then start to transit your Capricorn 12th house. So then you'll be communicating more behind the scenes. You might be doing work projects behind the scenes, doing some writing where maybe you're not getting noticed, or you might just be preferring to talk to yourself or talk behind the scenes or talk in an indirect way, like communicate in an indirect way. You might be publishing like a book under, a secret anonymous name or something like that. Your mental health as well, with this transit through the 12th house, you might be feeling a bit more anxious and a lot more anxiety. So you might take a step back and just start to withdraw a little bit more and isolate. Because Mercury is also your thought processes and your thoughts. So that can come up with this transit as well. So Mars, the planet of passion, action, desire, it's what we're fighting for and fighting with, starts off transiting your Scorpio 10th house. So this is just showing that you're motivated and you're really passionate about your career and reputation. So you're taking a lot of steps to improve your career. You're being, really assertive when it comes to your career status and your reputation, taking some chances and maybe some risks. But definitely be cautious as well, because Mars can be aggression and it can be impulsive. So you want to just avoid any conflicts or arguments with, co-workers or, your boss or anything like that. Or if you are the boss, you want to avoid conflict with, those around you. So check out your natal chart and see how that one's happening for you. On the 14th, Mars will then start to transit your Sagittarius 11th house. So this is when you're going to be motivated to spend a bit more time with your friends or the groups that you're a part of in the community. Again, it's showing your desire, your passion, how you're taking action. You're going to be motivated by your friends. Again, it can show a little bit of frustration or arguments with friends as well, or groups that you're a part of. So definitely check out your natal chart and see what's happening with that one. Venus, the planet of love, romance and money, it starts off transiting your Capricorn 12th house. And it will be transiting your Capricorn 12th house for quite a while. I think it's almost 3 months, because there is a retrograde that happens on the 23rd. It starts the station before the 23rd, but it officially goes retrograde on the 23rd. And it will be going through Capricorn until I think early 2022. So definitely check out what's happening. Retrograde's all about reflecting, revising, revisiting things. So these topics can be about relationships, any kind of relationships, and can be about money, those sorts of things. So definitely check out, what's happening. If you really want to dive in a bit deeper, Venus retrogrades usually happen in 8-year cycles. So definitely check out when the last Venus retrograde in Capricorn was happening and what events were kind of coming up around that time for you. There's also a new moon occurring on the 4th of December at 6:43 p.m. in Australian time. It's a solar eclipse in Sagittarius in your 11th house at 12 degrees. So check out 12 degrees in your natal chart and see if this new moon is activating anything for you. So new moons also bring beginnings, changes over the next 3 to 6 months for you. So when it's about your 11th house, it's about your friendships, your networks, the community, the groups that you're a part of. So there'll be some new beginnings around those topics for you. And then you have a full moon occurring on the 19th at 3:35 p.m. in Australian time in your Gemini 5th house at 27 degrees. So again, check out your chart and see if there's anything at 27 degrees that's been activated by this full moon. And full moons bring endings to certain events and topics in regards to that Gemini 5th house for you. That'll happen over the next 3 to 6 months. You'll see those endings starting to come into play. Your 5th house is in regards to children, children in general, your own children. It can be creativity as well, it can be dating, romance, partying, fun, a bit of risk taking. They're all 5th house topics, so you know, things like partying, gambling, that's all 5th house topics when you're taking risks in those areas. But I would, you know, look at your natal chart and see what's being activated so you can get a bit of a clearer picture. But the main topics could be in regards to your creativity and children for that one. So you'll have some endings coming around those topics. So it's also important to be aware that there is a bit of a T-square happening between Neptune in Pisces, the Sun in Sagittarius, and the Moon in Gemini. So keep an eye out for that one, because T-squares are usually a bit of tension and can cause a bit of conflict or frustration. But again, it depends on your natal chart and how it's being activated by this full moon. So thank you so much for joining me. Hopefully that was a quick little transit that gives you a lot of information to help you through December. I'm bringing a lot more videos to you next year, especially in January, because I'll have a little bit more free time. So definitely give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my new content coming with like picker cards and more astrology updates and stuff like that. Thanks, bye.